This is how we play the game. Pink means kissing, red means with tongue, green means up your shirt, blue means down his pants, purple means in your mouth, and black means all the way. We play the game at recess. We stand on the playground by the flagpole, arms ringed with colored bracelets. The boys come past us in a bunch, laughing, then one of them reaches out and snaps a bracelet off of one of us, breaking it fast and sharp. And whoever he picked, Angie or Carrie or Mandy, will follow him and meet him under the bleachers where the teachers can't see. We play the game every day. In 8th grade, we're too old for Foursquare and kickball. It doesn't have a name, this game, and we don't talk about it, even when we're by ourselves. This is how we are when Grace moves to town. When I was younger, all I wanted was to be older. Now that I am older and faced with college and ACTs and the very concept of adulthood, all I want is to turn back the clock to a simpler, more innocent time. But time only moves in one direction, forwards. And childhood innocence, once lost, is not something easily regained. Girls at Play by Celeste Ang. From all the way across the blacktop, we can see that everything about her is wrong. Her t-shirt is too big, her shoes are too new, too stiff, too blindingly white in the lunchtime sun. Even the way she stands is wrong, her hands clasped behind her back like she's been told not to touch. We remember exactly what it's like to be her, alone and awkward in the open prairie of the playground. So we cross the asphalt and cluster around her like mother elephants circling a calf. "What's your name?" we say, and her face goes pink with surprise. "Grace," she says. "Grace," we repeat. We like the name, the round single syllable. A simple name. A name not yet corrupted into a diminutive. For a moment, we wonder if with Grace we could be Angela, Caroline, and Amanda. "I like your bracelets," she says, and we push them under our coat sleeves. "They're nothing," we tell her, "just old junk." "Come sit with us. Tell us about you." She's 12, a year younger than us, and her birthday is in July. She's an only child, her favorite color is blue, and her favorite food is lemon cake. We sit there and drink in the minutiae of her life until the bell rings. "Meet us after school," we tell her, and tuck a stray lock of blonde behind her ear. Weeks pass and we don't go near the flagpole. At recess, we see some of the boys move on to other things, but some keep on moving toward the flagpole, then dissipating, disappointed. But after a while, we forget to even watch for them. We're busy with Grace. But it doesn't last. One Friday after school, Grace doesn't want to play. Is she mad at us, we wonder? We suggest a movie and she shows a glimmer of interest. "Anything you want," we tell her. "Closer," she says. We're shocked by her choice. "It's rated R," we tell her. "You're too young." "So are you," she says, and we feel like hypocrites, and we can't say no. She smiles then. Not at us, but to herself, this little half smile that we've never seen before. It troubles us. Later we will look back to this moment and wonder if this was where we went wrong. On Monday, Grace comes to school in a little sweater, V-necked, black, and stretchy. Soon after that, Grace begins to look like a TV with the colors tuned too bright. Her cheeks glow orange, her lips are magenta, her eyes look darkish and bruised. When we press her, she admits that she's been using the watercolors from her painting kit as makeup. So we take her into the bathroom and we wash her face, then we take the makeup out of our bags and we teach her to put it on. Sometimes we look at her, at this new creature with darkened eyes and sleek clothing, and at first she looks like a stranger, but there's something familiar there. Like she's someone we knew as a child but haven't seen in years. She's still Grace, we tell ourselves. She's still our Grace. Then one day Grace says, "Carol Ann in my English class said that you guys used to play some kind of game at recess." She says it matter of fact, but we know it's a question. A heavy one. It sinks slowly and settles on us like soot. It's nothing, we tell her, just something stupid we used to do before we met you. All right, she says. Don't tell me. Carol Ann said you wouldn't. Grace doesn't talk to us for 8 days. During recess, we sit, fiddling with our bracelets, watching her giggle with the other girls across the blacktop, just waiting to see if she'll come back. On Monday, Grace comes over to us. I don't think we should hang out anymore, she says. We hear everything she doesn't say. She touches her forearm with her fingers and frowns, then looks up at us with a scowl, like we're keeping something from her. We know now that we can keep nothing from her. That we will have to teach her everything we know. The girl in front of us doesn't even look like our Grace anymore. She looks just like us, except for her bare wrists. We look at her, hard. Do you want to play the game? Yes, she says. So we grab her and we force her down. Then we pull off our bracelets in handfuls and they catch on the knob of her wrist and we push harder, forcing them onto her thin arms, and Grace whimpers and twists, but we don't look at her face. Only when our arms are bare do we stop, our hands shaking, and step back. Grace sits up slowly. She touches her arms as if the bracelets are a new skin she's seeing for the first time. We reach out, but she gets to her feet alone. Without the bracelets, our outstretched arms look smaller, bonier, like little girls. We take her to the flagpole. As we cross the blacktop, the boys silently follow, and by the time we reach the flagpole, they are a pack. We leave Grace there, alone. The boys circle her, eyeing the bracelets on her wrist. After a long, lonely winter, they are lean and hungry. One of them reaches in and snaps off a bracelet. Then another, and one by one they start walking toward the bleachers, and we turn away then, and we close our eyes so we never know if Grace follows them or not. Maybe she pushes them away with her hands. Maybe she stares at them till they're embarrassed to come near her. Maybe she stays standing right there forever. Or maybe, and this is why we close our eyes, maybe she follows them with her head up, eyes trained on the horizon. And when she leaves the bleachers, maybe there's a look of triumph in her face as she walks back, unsquinting, into the stairs at this end of the asphalt.